everyone. So I'm on annual leave this week and thankfully Mother Nature has so fit to bless me with some spectacular weather. So I decided to make the most of it and spend a few days in the Highlands. So we spent 2 days in and around Aviemore, enjoying some gorgeous forest walks, and then we also walked part of the Speyside Way up to Boat of Garton, which was about, I think, 5.5 miles all in. Stunning scenery on a beautiful day. Oh, it was great. If you haven't already seen it, or maybe I haven't uploaded it yet, but there's a YouTube short which you can see that. So welcome to the Balmoral Estate, home, as you know, to someone pretty famous. Thankfully, at certain times of the year, he does let us wander around his gardens, so let's do that today. Across Balmoral there are a number of stone cairns, or you might have heard them referred to as pyramids, and they each commemorate members of the royal family and certain events in their lives. The number of cairns seems to vary depending on which website you look at. Some say there's 11, some say there's 16, or even as high as 26. We'll certainly do our best to find most of them today. So first of all we have the cairn of Prince Leopold to celebrate his marriage in 1882. So this is the Purchase Cairn, so named after the purchase of the Balmoral Estate by Queen Victoria in 1852, and she actually laid the very first stone of this cairn. The majority of the cairns are placed high in the hills above the estate, with some of them giving spectacular views of the castle itself, but that means it's a pretty steep climb up. It's again, just take your time, take your breaks, but when you're up here it's a really beautiful walk through the trees on lovely forestry tracks. If you visit Balmoral from August onwards, usually that's when the King and Queen are here for their summer holidays. We're still allowed to walk here, just not on every single trail, and the ones you're not allowed to go are always very well signposted, so just to warn you, if you decide to try and ignore those signs and go where you're not supposed to be, you might end up meeting a guy with a big gun, so just bear that in mind if you're coming for a visit. So this is Princess Helena's cairn. She's a little bit off the beaten track, so Sean and I are wondering, what did she do to piss someone off to deserve a place way up here? So this one was built in 1866 to commemorate the marriage of Princess Helena to Prince Christian. So after a little investigation, I think I might have found out why Helena was placed so high up in the hill, away from everyone else. So she was described by Queen Victoria as plump, dowdy, uncomplicated, unambitious, obedient and without charm. Ouch. So if you come here in late summer, keep your eye out for these little plants in amongst the heather. This is where you'll find blueberries. Oh, my calf muscles are on fire. Quite a steep climb up this one. So here we have the cairn of Princess Alice to commemorate her marriage to Prince Louis in July 1862. Oof, that was one hell of a climb up to see Princess Alice. We're on the way back down now, thankfully. So next up is Prince Albert's cairn, which we've seen a couple of times before. That's a really good walk. If you're in the area and you're kind of pushed for time and you want to see one of the cairns, Prince Albert's is a really good one because you get some excellent views of Deeside from the top. So as you can maybe tell from the shadows behind me, the sun is definitely on its way down now. So I think we'll be struggling to get to the rest, which are a little bit further out in the estate. So I think we'll make Prince Albert and Prince Beatrice's, that's hard to say, the last cairns of the day. Just one thing to make you aware of, all the cairns aren't individually signposted, really only Prince Albert's is. So you might have to use OS maps just to get your way around. So welcome to Prince Albert's cairn, which is the largest one in the whole of the estate. It was erected by Queen Victoria in memory of her husband Prince Albert after his death in 1861. It's hard to make out now, but along this row of stones are the initials of the children of Victoria and Albert. So last but not least, we have Princess Beatrice's cairn. So Beatrice was Queen Victoria's youngest daughter, and this cairn was built in 1885 to commemorate her marriage to Prince Henry of Battenberg. So by my dodgy maths, we've managed to visit 7 of the cairns today. There's just one last thing I wanted to see before we go, which is a monument to a very special guy called John Brown. So John Brown worked as a gillie on the Balmoral Estate, and following Prince Albert's death in 1861, Queen Victoria really never fully recovered. John Brown became a friend and supported the Queen, so much so that she famously said, "Perhaps never in history was there so strong and true an attachment, so warm and loving a friendship between sovereign and servant." So in the film Mrs Brown, he was played by Sir Billy Connolly, and it's a great wee movie, and just shows you how close the relationship was. So that's us heading back to the car. I've just looked at my watch. I've been wandering around for almost 4.5 hours, so you could easily spend a full day walking about the Balmoral Estate. So I've had a great afternoon. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.